Well, I've got one crazy freaking report to share with you guys today, and it regards Deagel, one of our military contractors for the United States government, and I've brought him up on Restricted Republic quite a bit. And if you're not familiar with Deagel, basically what they did back in 2017 before they scrubbed it off of their site, but thankfully I've got archives of it, they predicted massive amounts of deaths by the year 2025 in certain countries. So I want to show you guys the information and ask the question, did they predict World War III? Is that going to break out in 2025? Does that answer the numbers? Did they actually predict a winner as well? This is really very chilling to the core. And I've done kind of a few reports on it. But before I get into that, I want to remind you guys about something. And it's this. I published this on August 11th, 2017. So this is a report that I did on LisaHaven.news, and it says, government tells funeral homes to prepare for mass deaths just in case. And pay attention to that date there, because this is about a little over 2 years before the pandemic hit. And the article that I referenced was this one right here out of thestar.com. And it's a Canadian newspaper, but it's funeral homes warned to be prepared in advance of possible pandemic. And you can see they published it on the same day. I was very retroactive about that, but it's almost as if they knew a pandemic was coming in 2019, late 2019, 2020, and they prepared for it. Isn't that chilling to the very core? And in light of what I've got to share with you today, I think it makes a lot of sense. There's also this that I shared from the New York Times, very jaded news article, news source, by the way. But anyway, only 6 nations have evaluated readiness for a global pandemic. And this was also July 31st, 2017. So just thought I'd bring that in there as a reminder. But let's dive into Deagel and what's going on with that. But before I do, just a quick break from my sponsor. Now, we have been told our entire lives that wrinkle creams are the way to look younger. But now one doctor says that that's nothing but old news. According to Dr. John Lake, the world-renowned Beverly Hills beauty expert, most wrinkle fixes on the market are nothing but glorified moisturizers. Well, recently, Dr. Lake has focused his attention away from mainstream cosmetic practices. Why? Well, so that he can focus directly on anti-aging revolutionary breakthroughs. Now, his clients have dubbed this do-it-yourself technique the age rewinder method because it can take years and even decades off of your appearance in 2 minutes' time. In light of this amazing breakthrough, Dr. Lake has released a step-by-step video to the public where he outlines exactly how to use simple solutions from home. Now, if you want to check it out, all you have to do is go to bhmd1.com/haven. That's bhmd1.com/haven to watch that video. And if you want more information, you can click in the description box below. There's a link down there. Or if you're on your cell phone, click that more button to get more information, but you're not going to want to miss it out, as this product has been life-changing for me personally. All right, back to the broadcast. So let's go to Deagel, a government contractor. And keep in mind, I have brought this up before, and I've kind of done hints about it potentially being linked to World War III, and maybe they're talking about that. I have brought that up in my channel before, but I want to kind of reiterate it and show you the numbers so you can actually see it. But if you go to Deagel today, this is their website, right? It now only shows what's going on basically current year. It doesn't, they've scrubbed all the stuff that I'm about to show you. But this is their website, and as you can see, they deal with military weaponries and all of that. So that's kind of what they do and who they are, very briefly, by the way. Now, let's fast forward to the archived files and see their predictions for each country. And this is where it gets really weird. And I'm not saying, and let me put a disclaimer out there, I'm not saying this is predicting World War III or not. I'm just finding it really odd that it's on their website and the numbers seem to say that. I'm not saying that is going to happen. God, I hope not. I don't know the future. I absolutely don't. I'm just showing you the info and you can do whatever with it. But I'm not predicting anything. I really hope that doesn't happen, by the way. But here's the Deagel on archive. So you can see I had to go back to basically the Wayback Machine to get these archived files on it. So you can see here we have Deagel, United States of America. You can see in the year 2017, I've highlighted it there at the top, that there are only 327-ish million people here in the United States of America. Now, if you scroll down just a little bit, and they have the 2025 forecast right here kind of at the bottom, and you see the population number there. And you can see right here, we have gone down fairly dramatically to 100 million people. So basically, about way over half, a good chunk of over half of us, we're talking about a third, even more than a third of us, somehow just go missing in action, die, whatever. I don't know. Now, they used to have an entire write-up about what they thought would happen at the bottom. And I didn't pull that one up, but basically they said economy, war, and all those kinds of things could add to it. So war was definitely on there. But you could see there's the U.S. Now, let's scroll over to our ally, because we have some allies there, and this is Israel, right? Because there's a lot of things happening in Israel. We have 2017, 8.3 million. Scroll down here to 2025, they're at 4 million. So they've lost a little over half of their population as well. Let's go on over to, well, we know the war is happening right now between Russia and Ukraine, right? So let's look at Ukraine. Ukraine in 2017 had 44 million. And if you fast forward to 2025, we're at 32 million. So they've gone down some, not as bad as America and Israel, but still they also have gone down, right? And wait until I show you Russia and China. I'm not there yet, but let's go to some of our NATO allies, right? There are 31 countries in NATO that are aligned with NATO there. And one of the main players, shall I say, the United Kingdom is the founding member of NATO. Let's look at what has happened in the UK. And you can see in 2017, the population was 66 mil. Fast forward to 2025, they have it at 15 mil. They have lost a majority of their people, even worse than we did. Okay, so let's go to some other member states, right? We also have France. France in 2017, 67 million. They're down to about 39 million there in 2025. Then we have Germany, 81 million in 2016 and 31 million in 2025. So they've also had a pretty dang dramatic drop. And what about Canada, just for giggles here? They have about 35 million in 2015, and fast forward to 2025, they're down, not as bad as the other countries, but they're down to about 26 million. So that's what it looks like for NATO-aligned countries, including the United States of America and Ukraine and even Israel there. By the way, because there is a lot going on with Israel right now. And Israel, by the way, is not part of NATO, but they've got everything going on with the Middle East, right? So it's obviously going to be part of that. Now, here's the chilling part. When you look at our competitors, Russia, China, Iran, they're about the same. Yeah, let's just go. Let's take a look. 2017 in Russia, they had 142 million. And in 2025, guess what? They still have 142 million. That's odd. That is odd. Why is everybody else down except for Russia? And here's China. China, 1.4 billion in 2017. And then in 2025, we have the same. What the? 1.4 billion. And this is one of the most tyrannical regimes we're talking about. But hey, they're still pumping and alive. And then we have Iran here. They have about 82 million in 2017. And guess what? Another 82 million. That's weird, right? In 2025. Hey, for giggles, let's look at Pakistan. 2017, they had 205 million. Oh, they went up. And in 2025, they've got 219 million. They're doing pretty damn good compared to the rest of us. Does that not strike you as odd? U.S., Israel, Canada, the NATO-aligned countries down. And the ones that are not on our side are up. Was there a nuke or something that happened? What does Deagel know that we don't? What are they trying to say? Or do they know absolutely nothing and just put it out by the seat of their pants? And, that could very well be the case. But it's just weird, right? Ultimately, I'm going to let you decide on all that information. I just think it's really weird. And obviously, we're coming up on 2025, less than a year away, shall I say. And then I'm not, again, this isn't my prediction. I ain't predicting anything. I ain't saying anything's going to happen. God forbid something like this does, because I almost what the hell, right? That's a lot of deaths you're talking about. And Deagel, obviously, like I said, scrubbed it. So you can't go to their site today and see it anymore. I think they got a lot of traction because of it, obviously. Got a lot of heat from somewhere. And from something and from someone, right? But whether or not that's what it's doing, is it predicting some kind of world war? Is it predicting economic crisis? Could be that as well. Who knows? Or will absolutely nothing? I'm going to always lean on absolutely nothing will happen, because that's what I hope. Who knows? Right? I don't know. And nobody knows. And I'm not saying it will. I just thought I'd share it with you and allow you to do with the information what you want. Anyhow, thanks again for tuning in. I'm Lisa Haven signing out.